I'm Mark Evans. I'm senior pastor here at the church at Rock Creek. I'm going to give you a little background. My wife and I, we started Rock Creek 28 years ago with 24 people, and the Lord has been good to us from that place to our 40-acre campus that we now call home. It's 40 acres, and it's a lot of land because of this. It's a ministry campus where we are always ministering to people's needs, not people in the church just come in for Bible study or something, but we always minister constantly to people in our community who are in need. Like, for instance, in our food bank, we provide a week's worth of food, typically to about 350, 400 families every month. Here's another thing that's pretty interesting about Rock Creek. We have this ministry called Feed Arkansas Kids. I love it. It's near and dear to my heart. We decide at the beginning of the year, we work with anywhere from 38 to 45 schools around central Arkansas, not just in Little Rock, but surrounding suburbs too. And those schools have identified children who don't eat on the weekends when they're at home due to poverty. So we feed those children. In partnering with those schools, we feed right now a little over 1,500 children every weekend. Now, when I say feed them, we send them home on Fridays with a bag of food that's kid-friendly, but also nutritionally figured out what's best for them. And we feed them from Friday dinner, Saturday 3 meals, Sunday 3 meals. And that's significant to us. It's important because once we start feeding that child at the beginning of school, it's our commitment. We're feeding them all school year long. And so 1,500 children every weekend. I mean, you can imagine the enormity of that task. And it's staffed by volunteers who make that happen week in, week out, all the time. I think things like that, and there's a lot more I could talk about, they give you the real heartbeat of Rock Creek, that we know that the Lord uses us in Central Arkansas to minister to people's needs, ultimately for the purpose of reaching them for Jesus Christ. We want to reach a lost world. And that's why this position of worship pastor is so incredibly important to us. It's a big transition for us because the worship pastor that we've had has been with us since we were just a few months old. But we know it's a new time and a new opportunity. And so we don't want somebody that's going to come in and just continue to do what we've always done. We want somebody to come in and dream some new dreams, have freedom, and work with myself and our teaching team and our creative staff to really build a worship ministry that honors the Lord and reaches people and ministers to people too. What I want you to understand about our relationship is it's a relationship that's just open all the time. My door's open every day. I'm always available by text, by phone. I think that everybody, if you talk to people who work on the staff now or have worked with me in the past, they'll tell you that I'm not hard to talk to. I'm not hard to find. We'll constantly be talking about what you need to make your ministry successful, the best that you can make it and want to do. But also just creatively. You're always going to know what I'm going to be talking about, what I'm going to be preaching, and I'm more than open to hear all of your suggestions, as well as I trust that you'll be open to hear my suggestions too. And we work together more like a family, more like a team, okay? It's easygoing, it's a relaxed environment, and we have fun, we enjoy life together, but we also know that we want to serve the Lord in an excellent manner. So the person that we're looking for, I think, is going to be someone who fits that, who can come in, look around, learn people, learn what's going on in their lives, how to minister to them, and then see, all right, what are ways that we can make tweaks or changes that will make us effective, and also, frankly, update some things and how we lead in worship, how we minister to people through music, and all of the ways that you could dream up that God would want us to do. I do think it's important that you do know this about Rock Creek. it's just normal people. You know, you look at our church, we're not a church that's wealthy. We've got wealthy people in the church, but we also have people that are in poverty too. It's a great cross section, and we're incredibly diverse. Any typical weekend, about 25% of our congregation is African American. The rest are predominantly white, almost exclusively white. So anywhere from 75 to 80% white. No, excuse me. 75 to 70% white, and then the rest are African American. And in Little Rock, Arkansas, that's significant, and it makes for a great dynamic of the kind of impact that we have in our city and in Central Arkansas, and the kind of impact that we will continue to have in some new ways. You get the opportunity in Little Rock too, by the way, to be a part of the city, since we are in Little Rock, but also you can also live in a more rural setting just within 20 minutes. And in many of the suburbs, like there's many people in our church that do that, and many of our staff. So it's kind of a little bit of the best of both worlds there. Okay, I look forward to talking with you, and especially answering your questions and getting to know you. And I pray that God leads you in the best fit for the ways and gifts that he has given you to use you in the future and at Rock Creek, if that's what the Lord's plan is.